of speakers, they don't really know that it's a real industry and they have no clue how big of an industry it is.
What are you out there championing for? What are you out there that you want to go tell the world or that you care about the most? I think at the end of the day, it all comes back to our passion.
A lot of people can sing, right? And everyone in their family knows they can sing, but they never get into the entertainment industry. Speaking is no different.
I think one of the major things, and if you're listening to us and you're one of the people that's listening and saying, you know what, I do have it in my, my belly, a burning desire to speak. I would say the first thing you need to really work to discover is what's your mission? And I think the people that get so locked in on a mission in this industry, I think they are the ones that really discover and hit kind of that sweet spot. We all got to really approach this industry and this business like, what is the mission? What are you a champion of? And if you can really lock in and really know that you are a champion for this thing, for this one way, or for this type of person or this group of people, now I think you have a real foundational element to really build a message and a business around. So that's what be my first thing. I'm like, if you're out there and you're like, ooh, I want to speak, I've thought about it. Think about it. Well, what's your mission? What are you out there championing for? What are you out there that you want to go tell the world or that you care about the most? I think at the end of the day, it all comes back to our passion. Like I'm a passion for my passion is about the entrepreneur. Why? Because that's who we are. That's what I came from. So I came from a family of entrepreneurs and we work with business owners all the time. So all my coaching, all my messages, all gonna all be built around how to really lock in, grow a business, grow yourself, get to the next level.
And I love to help the underdog win. If I watch a movie and there's an underdog and the underdog wins, it's emotional for me. I don't care if it's Karate Kid or Rocky or those movies touch me because that's how I see myself. The underdog that nobody believed in, that had a lot of odds stacked against them, and somehow, some way, I was able to get through and my dreams did come true. So there's a lot of underdogs out there that have lived the same story that can relate to me and my message. And God is telling them to speak. Let me tell you something about speaking. God is telling you to do it. And I know he was telling me, I just didn't realize it. I wasn't really listening and understanding until people started saying it to me. Like my college coach, you should be a motivational speaker. I remember, when we gave our life to Christ, a young lady was like, you've been called to preach. When I was a little boy, I would go to church and I would listen to the pastor and I would say, man, I could do that. It was like to myself. I never told my mom. I never told my siblings. I never said it to anybody. Just in my own head, I was like, you know what? I could do that. I could tell stories. I could be funny. I could, man, really touch people. I could connect with people. I could do that. And it was something that was going on inside my head. And here it is, 40 years later, I'm doing it, right? So a lot of people have that same voice inside of them telling them they should be a speaker, telling them they have a story to tell. And sometimes you can not listen to it. Sometimes you can ignore it. But let me tell you something. There's nothing better to yield to it and come give us your gift because the world needs your gift. We've been sharing our gift with the world. But let me tell you something. Your story is different. Your gift is different. And the world needs your gift. And we're here to help and support you get your gift to the world.
All right. So today we're just talking strictly about how to make this business a business, how to make this speaking that you have a passion for, how to make it a business, how to avoid just leaving it as a hobby. Stop thinking that it's only a hobby. No, it's a $13 billion industry. That's why we created that ebook, Who Said Talk is Cheap? It's a $13 billion industry. I think the cool thing about getting paid to speak, whether you're getting paid $500 or $500,000, it doesn't matter. There is an audience out there that is designed just for you. And you got to craft your message so that you can go attract your people. And that to me is the secret spot. That's a trick. You got to find your message, find your people, and you got to market. And you got to treat it like it's a business. You would never have a business and say you had a hamburger business. You would never have a hamburger and never not tell anybody about it. You would try to attract people to your business. It's the same thing for speaking. You got to attract people to your business.
I agree because you know what? The truth is you look at American Idol or America's Got Talent. I mean, you got people waiting in line, spending the night outside just for a chance or an opportunity to sing or dance or whatever your talent is. And there's an industry and a place for you to go. Speaking is not as easy. Where do you go? I want to be a speaker. Where do you go? That's why we do this podcast. That's why we created our speaking program called the Speakers Huddle, because we know people want to be speakers. They got a story to tell. They just don't know where to go. How do I get into the industry? Remember growing up, in the rap game, you needed someone to listen to your demo. Well, you just listen to my demo.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, well, you listen to my demo. And they knew that if I can just get you to hear my demo, maybe you'll give me a chance. Maybe you'll give me an opportunity. And so as the speakers coaching, we want to listen to your demo. We want to give you an opportunity where you don't have to have it as a hobby, because we're in the industry. We know how to coach. We know how to help you build a website. We know how to get you in front of the right people. We know how to help you get your first gig. A lot of people call us and say, man, how do you get your first gig? Easy. We'll teach you how to do it. But if you don't know how to get traction, if you don't know how to launch it, it's going to stay a hobby. And you're going to tell stories around your family and friends, and maybe, at small family reunions, and your family's going to say, you should be a speaker. You're so good. Will you host this small event? Stanley, you know what? A lot of people love basketball and they play at the park. They never move beyond the park, and they never get into the industry. A lot of people can sing, right? And everyone in their family knows they can sing, but they never get into the entertainment industry. Speaking is no different. Your family and friends know you got the gift, but you got to get connected to the industry. And that's what it's all about. Because once you get connected to the industry, it turns from a hobby into a business, which means you have to treat it like a business. You have to approach it like a business, and you have to build it just like a business. And you have to have support in order to do that.
All right. Okay. So I hope you got crystal clear clarity on how to go from just having speaking as a hobby, but now into it really being a business and knowing that it's an industry. Know the difference. And I think it's safe to say, you know what, if you really want to build a speaking business, a platform business, and I love that nowadays with YouTube and Instagram, with a lot of the social media networks and platforms, you can really use those to really launch your business. But I think what needs to be crystal clear is your message and your mission. Start with the end in mind, but get your message clear, get your mission clear, and then just start getting out there. Just start putting yourself out there. You got to just take a risk and put yourself out there. That's how you really get started.
And there's never been a better time in today's environment to be a millionaire. This is the easiest time in history to become a millionaire. My goodness, just with a little time on social media, a little time with some type of mentor or coach, you can launch a business, and literally in 9 months, 12 months, you can be an overnight sensation and really launch an incredible business, because this is the time we're in. And so right now, it becomes a moment in time where you just got to act on it. You just
Yeah.
got to do it, right? And stop delaying. Stop procrastinating, stop dragging your feet.
Yeah.
And you do have a story. You do have a message. You are talented, but get off the playground, right? Get off the corner or wherever you hang out, and bring your gift to the world, because the world needs your story. The world needs your message, and we can help you, teach you how to frame it up, box it up, and sell it. So not only can you make money, you can honestly go out here and serve humanity and make a difference.
Thanks for being with us. If you like this, make sure you like, comment, and share, and follow us.
How about a fire symbol in the comment? I like that fire.
Yeah, like drop that
give us
bomb.
some fire.
Fire.
Is it fire or
Drop
a
the
bomb?
bomb.
No, a bomb
That
was
was a
like
bomb.
that's fire. Well, bomb fire, you choose. But join us, connect, subscribe. You know what to do.
All right. See you next time.